Welcome to Con with John. Hi, welcome to my first YouTube video of this new channel. I'll be creating videos which are meant to explain some of the fundamentals of conflict of nations. And of course, what you teach, you learn. So I expect to get better along the way. I'll be starting out on the BUSA map, which is the main map for beginner players. I will not start one, but two different games with the idea that I want to contrast different strategies and show how they compare with each other, some of the problems of each, and how to cope with them. In CON, different nations start out with different numbers of cities. That's on every map. On the BSA map, they range from 5 to 7 cities. This is a list of the BUSA nations, 7 city nations, and this is a list of the BUSA 6 city nations. 7 city nations start off stronger than 5 city nations and stronger than 6 as well, just the gap is smaller. The advantages of 7 city nations are more of everything, and it makes a difference. 5 city nations are more fragile, it's harder to recover from mistakes, and it's harder, you don't put together a strong enough an attack. The goal of these two games is to show exactly what the difference really is between 5 and 7 city nations and how to cope with it for the 5 city nations. And also I want to compare and contrast air-based militaries with ground-based militaries. Get on with the game. Okay, it looks like I found a nice Conflict of Nations game, 6 out of 32 players, so there should be plenty of 7 city nations available. So here I'm coming in to join. My goal will be to get Illinois. Let's see if it's available. Here it is, Illinois. Okay. Okay, so here's Illinois. Start out with 7 cities, as you can see. 1 coastal city. And, okay, you see there's 2 supply cities and 2 component cities. And I'll talk about the resources in a future video. But as you can see, my starting resources is 17K supplies, 5K rare supplies, which is less than I'd like. And then this is the money that you use to buy resources. In general, rare supplies are a huge bottleneck in this game. So the first thing I do is I come into the market, I go to rare supplies, and I buy the first set of units there. I used to buy the first 2, but then I would start running out of money because I'd need them for other things as well. Not only do you have shortages in fuel, rare supplies, but also your fuel and electronics are also low. Notice the difference, 17 and 13K, 6 and 4. So you have to be a little bit careful about how you spend those items and save a little money in reserve to be able to buy them as needed. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do with Chihuahua, I look for my rare supply city, and I have Security Council, and that gives me a huge advantage. I can do queuing for builds. I'm going to do construction. Arms industries is what you use to improve your economy, and rare supplies is the most important thing to build up, so I'm going to set this in motion right from the get-go. Start, and then add the construction. And so right now you'll see I'm already building Arms Industry 1, and because I have Security Council, which I highly recommend by the way, I have the second these 4 arms industries being ready to go for the future for the next couple days. And this will be going on for the next 6 days, so it takes a while to build all your arms industries. Now I'm going for a tank build, so let's do our researches. It's going to be a tank with a little bit of air. One thing I've learned over and over and over is always have an air force, at least something. So I will do so in this game. It's Western doctrine, which I'll talk about doctrines at a later time. So I'm going to go with motorized infantry, which is pretty standard. And that only takes a minute and a half to research, so you can start building those immediately. And then to start, I want to go with the recon vehicle start. Basically, this is the aggressive start, and it's for early expansion. Recon vehicles are also good for, well, recon, for seeing what other units have. The AFV, the armor fighting vehicle, will eventually be my main unit that I'll be using for attacking. But for the beginning, when you have weaker opponents, combat recon vehicles are fine. So I'll research that. So now, where do I want to build my cities, and how many do I want to do for building? Okay, I have Davenport over here, and Indianapolis is a minor country. That's Indiana. And basically, these only have one small unit there, so I'm going to send a unit to go and take them. In regular games, is often 2 units, so I try to have a 2-to-1 advantage. But since there's only one unit there and it's a National Guard, that's fine. Let's see, let's move these guys up to here. Let me get a hold of it. They're going to go for Madison. Wisconsin is a neutral nation or a small nation. And these guys are going to go to that city there, Centralia. So basically, I believe in overkill and big stacks for attacking when you do ground attacks. If you can kill everything in one shot, you'll reduce your damage and be able to continue to attack. Now I need to have a little bit of defense. Let me see, where am I even threatened? Minor country, minor country, minor country. The only person who can come after me is Iowa. So I'm going to be building here. Okay, for air base, I need to definitely build a arms industry here, and I'll explain why in a second. I'm going to be building helicopters, and the gunship, which is the anti-infantry one, it does more damage to infantry, requires, where's the requirements? 1 arm industry level 1 and 1 air base level 1. And now I'm going to be building my army bases. It'll be 3. Have to decide the last one to be north or south, and I think I'll choose south. Army bases only take 1.5 minutes too, so you can get rolling on creating your initial armor infantry units. Okay, now I'm going to build at least 1 arms industry in every city. Now this costs both rare supplies and fuel and electronics, so that becomes a problem. But arms industries are worth it enough to the point that you just got to bite the bullet and pay for it. Let's make sure I got one here. Okay, and for right now, this is our very first set of things. I need to, okay, my infantry is done researching. The recon unit will be done in 26 minutes, so I'll be logging on in a half hour to add recon units to my mix. Infantry takes 19 hours, so it'll be a while before the second one is done. I'm building 1 infantry, and the other 2 army bases will go for recon units, and I'll build 2 sets of each. Okay, that's all for now, and thank you very much. There'll be more discussions going on in the future. Have a good day.